What's happening, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now, what's going on with Anthony Yarde? Obviously, we know that he had the fight with Lyndon Arthur last month. He lost that by it was a split decision, wasn't it? A split decision or a majority decision. Either way, it was a close decision on the scorecards. He lost the fight. And there was a lot of talk about him maybe leaving Tunde Ajayi. He then fueled the rumours even more of, and for those that don't know, I'm sure you guys do, Tunde Ajayi is obviously the trainer and the manager of Anthony Yarde. So after he lost that fight against Lyndon Arthur, there was a lot of talk that he may leave Tunde Ajayi and look to pursue a new trainer. And he kind of fueled those rumours a bit by releasing a video on his YouTube channel. Go check that out if you haven't seen it already. He was also like putting out these cryptic tweets saying stuff like time for a change. So that kind of like fueled the rumors even more. And I watched the video on YouTube, you know, his interview. I don't know who the guy was that was interviewing him, but he had the interview with this guy and he kind of like, I don't know, he didn't really say he was going to leave, but the guess from many after watching it was that, you know, maybe he might. Do you know what I'm saying? But there has been nothing confirmed yet. He then went on to say that he would make a decision at the end of the year as to where he's going with his career. What's he going to do? He acknowledged that there are definitely some changes that need to be made. And he didn't rule out the possibility that he might leave Tunde Ajayi. Now, Tunde and Anthony Yarde have got a great chemistry. I've been around them both, and both are very great guys to be around, man. They're very good people, and they had a great chemistry. You know, Tunde, he needs to get the credit for taking Anthony Yarde as far as he has. Do you know, I know a lot of people were being critical of his corner work and saying that, you know, maybe it's time for Anthony Yarde to go. But let's give Tunde some respect, man. He got Anthony Yarde to this position. Not only is he the trainer, but he's the manager of Anthony Yarde. And I think he's done a tremendous job. When you actually put perspective with it, I mean, it's easy to be reactionary and just say, oh, well, Tunde, you know, what he said in the corner, he should have said this, should have said that. But listen, man, I think he deserves some respect. Do you know what I mean? He definitely does. Because Anthony Yarde, he didn't have much amateur experience. He's come a long way since then, and he's made a successful career in the pro game. You know, for somebody that hasn't had that much experience, he's one of the more well-known lightweights out there for one. So that goes to show that Tunde has done a great job as his manager. You know, he's got an endorsement deal with Adidas. You know, he's very well known, and he's also pretty good. You know, the skills and the ability that he's got. Anthony Yarde is a very good fighter, man. It didn't come to fruition against Lyndon Arthur, but Lyndon Arthur, I mean, he's a good fighter too. Do you know what I mean? It's just in terms of his development. Maybe the fights that he had, maybe he could have had some, you know, more developing fights along the way before he got in there with the likes of a Kovalev and then Lyndon Arthur, respectively. But yeah, mistakes have been made, but I think that it's going to be interesting to see where Anthony Yarde goes from here, what he's actually going to do. Would he really get rid of Tunde Ajayi on, you know, as a trainer and a manager? You know, it's going to be interesting to see, but I just want to know what's going on because, you know, he said a decision was going to be made and an announcement would be probably announced at the beginning of the year, end of last year. But we're on the 18th of January now as I record this video, and I haven't heard anything yet. So maybe I'm being a bit too hasty with it, but I'm just curious as to know what's he going to actually do with his career going forward. He's still got a career, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking an L. Do you know what I mean? Like, I saw an interview the other day with somebody on Sky Sports, and he summed it up perfectly. He said that Floyd Mayweather in his career has kind of like raised the expectation level to an unrealistic level, you know, with having an O and thinking that it's the be all and end all. It's not. You know, fighters take an L. All the great fighters have lost. You know, Floyd Mayweather ended up not losing in his career, but you know, that's one in a million. Do you know what I mean? Like, many fighters do lose fights, and I think that we don't need to be as harsh when judging fighters if they do take an L. Do you know what I mean? And I think with the right development around him, Anthony Yarde can progress to that next level. Will it be Tunde Ajayi? I'm not sure. I think that he may, in my personal opinion, now I don't know this, but I think that he'll still have some sort of role to play. I don't think he's going to be excluded completely from the team, whatever happens. I think maybe if Anthony Yarde does get a new trainer in, maybe he might be there to work alongside Tunde Ajayi. I know that Tunde said on his podcast with Spencer Fearon that he was open to the possibility of that when I think it was Dominic Ingles' name was mentioned. Now, I don't know that this is actually going to happen, but I think he was just addressing the rumours on his show. Let's see what happens, man. It's interesting, but I want to hear your opinion on it because it's a very divisive topic. You've got some people that say, look, get Tunde out. You know, he's toxic. He's not good for Yard. You know, there's too many cheerleaders around him. And I get that. It does feel like that way sometimes, but Yard's already acknowledging that changes need to be made. So maybe this is one of them. Maybe this is what he's thinking about. But then there are people on the other hand that are thinking like, you know what, let Tunde see it through. You know what I mean? If anything, get someone else in, but don't erase him out from the team completely. It's all about chemistry as well with the fighter, man. I think that's very important as well. So let's see how it works. Would another trainer be able to work alongside Tunde? Do you know what I mean? That's another thing we need to consider. But I'm very interested to hear on the future plans for Anthony Yarde, where he needs to go from here. He said he needs to have a talk with his promoter, Frank Warren, as well. So it's going to be interesting, man. Interesting. Let's see what happens, man. But in the meantime, drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about it all. What do you think Anthony Yarde should do next? Curious to hear your opinion, guys. Let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll catch you all on the next video.